Hello guys, once again it's Matt and today we have another video. Thank you all the members, all the patrons, make sure to subscribe and let's get into it guys. Some interesting information about the Challenger 2's choose are being discussed in the forums guys, and Gaijin just released this little development blog over here that they basically go through the main ones. So very interesting, okay? It's depending on the situation, it's going to be buffed or nerfed, but we're going to basically just do a recap for you that don't want to actually read everything, right? The first thing is that they were talking about the gun mallet, this part over here, okay? Basically, there are reports saying that the gun mallet should be stronger than what it is right now, being able to withstand APFSDS and heat rounds. But Gaijin say basically that they don't specify what type of APFSDS or heat round this thing can actually take, meaning that it's kind of hard to actually know if it is able to heat anything or not. But apparently it is supposed to be on the same level of armor than the turret cheeks, so I guess you will eventually get a buff. They just say that it's very hard to actually do this type of change because the documentation is really hard to get and etc, you know. And the main thing is that they are going to basically rework the whole armor of the tank, but this basically they're going to give more detail to it, which means that we might see a decrease in armor in certain areas and an increase in armor in certain areas as well. So we have to wait and see. They say this whole like rework of the armor of the Challenger will come probably in the next major update, so in like 2 months almost. So yeah, it's going to take a little bit of time, but expect armor values to change on the Challenger 2, as well as on the turret side armor as well. They're going to improve the side armor on that. On the ERA part of things, they are basically saying that what they have right now is realistic, and they basically say that, you know, they are going to change it a little bit. So now it's going to be made out of aluminum instead of composite, but the armor values that it can actually provide, like 25 millimeters APFSDS at 500, and whatever the heat value is, the chemical round value is going to be remaining on the game because it's the most accurate model that they have apparently. The armor penetration of the L27A1, they're basically saying that there is a document that say that it can actually penetrate 700 millimeters at 2 kilometers, but they say it's basically the way that they test and with what they test and etc. They can get to those values, and what the value of the L27 is right now from public sources is what is the most accurate as possible, using the what's it called? The Lance-Odermatt formula. Always remember guys, the ammunition on War Thunder, they use a formula that it's normally backed by public information. So they basically do the formula which is using physics and calculations with the size of the round, the speed and everything like that, and you can actually calculate the penetration value of that ammunition, and normally that is backed by the public information that they have. The good part about using this method is that maybe a certain vehicle or a lot of vehicles may not have those public informations about the penetrations, right? So once you don't have those type of thing, you can use the Lance-Odermatt as well, because it's basically being confirmed by the public information, and the formula it's on rounds that have the public information, and then the rounds that don't have this public information, you can only use the formula and basically have a standardization of penetration values on the calculation side of things, so that you can actually have a proper value and the most likely value that was used in that round, even though you don't have the public information. I hope it wasn't too confusing, but that's how they kind of do it, okay? So yeah, basically the L27A1 won't be able to penetrate 700 millimeters because there is differences in the the way that they tested, the armor plating that they used to test, etc., etc., right? In the ammunition location, the last thing, basically they're just going to remain with the 24 shell turret rack, because the 20+8 shell apparently was in the diagram pre-production, something like that. So they cannot like fully confirm that a production model of the Challenger used that, okay? So it's kind of okay. I mean, you can always go to the post. I will leave it in the description and check it out, all the posts that people did. As you see, there's a lot of them. And yeah, some of them are already being fixed, like the depression for the main gun. So yeah, the Challenger 2 should be getting a little bit better, or at least a little bit more realistic, you know, in the soonish future. Some of these things will be added in the upcoming smaller patches. Some of them will come to the next major. So that's the cool part about it. And always when they do this type of thing, we gotta praise them a little bit. I mean, they're trying to make them a little bit more, the game a little bit more realistic. If the actual public information that they have or the calculations are wrong, it's another subject, and they always say that you can actually try to get additional public information on the stuff if you have that. Okay, so leave it in the comments, or in the comments of this thing, or in the forums, etc., if you have some form of public information about it. Okay, anyway, I hope you enjoyed. Make sure to subscribe and let me know in the comments what you think about the changes to the Challenger 2 that are upcoming. See you guys at the next one. Make sure to subscribe, and bye.